Hello, Peter Stewart here. Thank you for listening, and I hope you are well. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Get a Better Broadcast and Podcast and Video Voice. Tuning in? That's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? For downloading, for listening in. Thanks either which way. A mic fright nightmare when you simply can't speak at all. Now, the clinical name for hoarseness is dysphonia, and complete or almost complete voice loss is aphonia. Often the symptoms are caused by infection, physical abnormality or disease, but emotional distress can also be at the root when it's referred to as a psychogenic voice disorder. Extreme performance anxiety may include paralysis, freezing, fainting, losing the ability to talk at all. It's not that you've forgotten the words, you just can't say them at all. In the singing world, where of course artists perform in front of a living, breathing audience, unlike of course the solo studio presentations of most broadcasters and podcasts, some of the biggest names in history, from Maria Callas to Vladimir Horowitz, have struggled to deal with performing under intense expectations. Then there's Ella Fitzgerald, Paul McCartney, George Harrison. Barbra Streisand was well known for having panic attacks. Adele, yeah, we know about her stories. Luciano Pavarotti, Arthur Rubinstein, the actors Stephen Fry and John Sim. Sergei Rachmaninoff, yeah, him. Peter Tchaikovsky, yeah, him. Frederic Chopin. Chopin wrote, "I am not fitted to give concerts. The audience intimidates me. I feel choked by its breath, paralysed by its curious glances." If you have mic fright or stage fright, you're not alone. You're in good company. Note that a live performance is usually better than a pre-recorded one, as performers are often at their best when there's a little bit of tension. Yeah? I know we're talking about stress, anxiety, worry, concern and tension and the problems that may cause, but also, as I've said before, very often a little soupçon of tension, of stress, of excitement, can actually make you perform a little bit better. There's a buzz, an excitement, a scary thrill. Nerves can keep you alert and sharp at the mic. You need to harness that energy. You need to harness that heightened state of awareness to bring in your best personal performance. Tomorrow on the show, slightly different. We're just going to spend a day looking at how video meetings can cause stress, and then a sneak peek to a couple of days after that. It's not just you that's nervous. If you sound nervous and look nervous, how's your audience reacting? It's worth bearing that in mind, and we'll do that in a couple of days. And moving naturally on from you to your audience, what about your guests? What if they are nervous when they come into a studio for a live radio or TV program, maybe recorded, maybe a podcast as well? How do you help them feel less nervous at the microphone? Okay, more about this as we continue on Get a Better Broadcast, Podcast and Voice over Voice. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.